My name is Raul Montes Jr., and I'm a civic activist throughout Chicago. I want to say a few words why we're here in solidarity to raise and address a challenging concern regarding John Pina, who was slain almost 2 years ago in the month of October. It was actually October 2008, October 28, 2018. He was murdered on the south side of Chicago due to gun violence. As we see here in Chicago, the carnage continues. Every day you hear the spike of violence. It's gun violence, it's people getting murdered, even children, and it goes on. So, to this day, John's case is, I want to say, a cold case. There's a lot of discrepancy. They have somebody, they've arrested somebody, but they haven't charged them with murder, to my understanding. It's been already 2 years already. There's no closure for the family. We're here in outrage. We're here in Little Village. The biggest problem here, one of the biggest problems is our Cook County State's Attorney, Kim Foxx, who doesn't upgrade charges, doesn't charge anybody with murder. As you can see, the jail is half empty already. She keeps on releasing these prisoners. She laxes on gun possession law. It's horrible to have a state's attorney that doesn't represent us adequately. We're tired of the violence here, not only in Little Village, but throughout the city of Chicago. Unfortunately, our mayor also has to do with it also, Lori Lightfoot. She allows these, I call them pretty much these rioters that are out there causing all this crime. It's terrible. It's just ongoing. It's every day. I mean, they're called terrorists. And you know what? I blame the state's attorney, Kim Foxx's office. I also blame Mayor Lori Lightfoot's office. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, they want to defund the police, both of them. I mean, it's an outrage. I mean, you have to restore law and order. In this case with John Pina, he was, I believe, 15 or 16 when he was murdered. It was October 28th. It was horrendous. The family is just, I mean, they're suffering every day. There's no closure. I mean, we get this guy. There was surveillance video of him as he ran after the shooting. I mean, they charged him, I believe, with just an EEW. I mean, it's just, there's no closure for them. And we're here, like I said, once again in solidarity, because this is a pivotal move. The next court case is November 5th. And we want justice. We want justice for John Pina. He was one of my students when I was substitute teaching. I mean, we're here because we're trying to raise vigilance that we need change, and we need change the right way. We need everybody to unseat Kim Foxx. She's not doing her job. She's very lenient. She doesn't represent this city adequately, or the county, neither our mayor. So we want justice. So we're here once again in solidarity. We want to raise vigilance for John Pina's case. And we want anybody that could come out and give any information that could lead to the arrest and conviction of this heinous crime. Today, we're offering a $5,000 reward for anybody that could give any information that could lead to the arrest and prosecution of the perpetrator involved in this crime, in this murder, actually. So what I want to do is, I just want to elaborate a little bit more about, in the city, we have over, 2,900 already shootings. We have over 500 homicides. It's just spiking every day. And we need change in the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. So that's my point. It's a pivotal move. Next court case is November 5th, and I'm just reiterating on this because we need change, and we need to bring awareness to this case, and we need justice for John Pina. So right now, I'm going to pass the floor to a Cook County candidate for State's Attorney, Mr. Pat O'Brien.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you to the Pina family. This happens far too often, where communities that are at risk have cases where their children are killed and there's no justice for them. John Pina is just one of many, but obviously he's more than a statistic. He is someone loved by mother, by father, by friends, by his brothers and sisters. The state's attorney initially charged murder in this case, then inexplicably dropped those charges and charged only a gun charge. The state's attorney's office has refused to give an adequate explanation for their actions to the Pina family. This community deserves the respect and attention like any community in this city and county. The fact that we're not in Winnetka or Northfield shouldn't change the behavior of a prosecutor toward the family of the victim. They need to have answers. They need to know why a murder charge, which initially was placed, gets dismissed. And like the 100 murder arrestees that the Chicago Police Department presented to Kim Foxx for charges last year, where she failed to charge, all of us are more at risk because of the murderers who are out on the street. For the Pina family, it's more than just a number. It's more than a statistic. It's one of their loved ones, and we've got to give him justice and the family closure. This has to be a situation where Kim Foxx is called to answer. She doesn't deserve another 4 years in office. We'll all be the worse for it, and the communities will all be more suffering for it. Thank you. I'm Pat O'Brien.
Now I just want to have somebody in the family might want to say a few words. You want to see it? Okay, come on. Say your name.
Hi everyone, my name is Radimus. Hi guys, my name is Radimus and I am the uncle of John Pina. And not only do we want justice for John, we want justice for everyone that has been murdered in Chicago. And it's very unfortunate that a lot of cases are still unsolved. There's a lot of families suffering, and this is the time where we all need to unite and find a solution. And we definitely do not need Kim Foxx in office because she is not a good asset for our city. She is someone that won't help communities solve all those cold cases, and we need Pat O'Brien in the office. Thank you.
Now,
Radames, R-A-D-A-M-E-S, Pina, P-I-N-A.
now I want to also introduce another community activist that's very helpful throughout the city. He helps me out, one of my colleagues, Mr. Frank Coconati.
Yeah, I'll be very quick. The Hispanic community in Chicago is not getting the resources it deserves from the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. We asked candidate Pat O'Brien to come with us. The family and I asked him to come here today because we want to know what he'll do, and he's answered those questions. But he was asked to come here because we were getting no results from the present Cook County State's Attorney, Kim Foxx. It seems to me, as me and Raul have been going throughout the city, that the Hispanic community is being ignored. I mean, every time there was a nurse shot, this young man was shot, there's been a girl. I mean, it's going on, and there's been no follow-up. Alberto Bacanagra, a community activist, was killed 2 years ago on camera, on film, given to her office, and nothing's been done. So I can't tell you how important it is to know, the public should know, that we asked Pat O'Brien to come here. The family asked, I asked, Raul asked, because we feel the Hispanic community is getting ignored and not be given the proper resources from Kim Foxx's office. Thank you.
Sir, what's your last name? Can you spell it?
Coconati, C-O-C-O-N-A-T-E.
Why do you suppose the Hispanic community is not getting prosecutions of violent crime from State's Attorney Kim Foxx?
She doesn't need their vote. So I guess the vote's not strong enough that she gives it enough attention. She figures they're going to get her vote anyway. That's my opinion, and that's others' opinions. She's always focused on high-profile cases like Juicy Smollett, other high cases. She hasn't even addressed half the African-American needs. But she does enough to get the vote, and that's what it's all about with her. It's not about helping people. It's about getting the vote.
As a community activist, have you sought to speak with any of the attorneys, assistant state's attorneys?
I've emailed, I've called her office. We've asked her, we invited her. We invite her to this. She doesn't come. She doesn't even answer us. We've invited her in the last 2 years, the shooting in UIC, when The young lady was shot. The guy just was released by Kim Fox.
The young lady in the parking lot?
Yes, yes. We were there. We asked Kim Fox. Pardon me?
Did you say he was just released?
He was released. I think it was around Thanksgiving, and I forgot his name. I don't know. I can't give you all the details, but it's well known throughout Chicago. The young woman was a student. He just got off the train from jail. She released him. She released him. We invited her to that press conference. That man, as soon as he got out of jail, went and raped and killed this woman. We asked Kim Fox. We asked the mayor, which I know the mayor's busy, but we've tried to get Kim Fox to come with us into the community here. She doesn't come. We've asked her to come down 26th Street. We've asked her to come into this little village, Pilsen. She ignores this area. And that's why we reached out to Pat O'Brien.
Do you think the Hispanic community will still vote for Kim Fox on November 3rd?
I can't tell you how people vote, but I think they're disgusted with her. I think I can't really tell you that. But I think the Hispanics that are voting are tired, and they are looking for change. Anything else?
Do you think
I think
Pat O'Brien can solve your problems?
I think he's a qualified lawyer. He's a working lawyer. Of course, I think he can. Just by listening to his speeches, just by looking on his website, he's a qualified lawyer. He has hands. She doesn't even sound qualified to be the Cook County State. All you have to look at is the Juicy Smollett case. It's a farce. She was leaking information. She was making deals. I mean, this woman is an embarrassment to Chicago right now.
So you're endorsing Pat O'Brien?
I'm not endorsing anybody. I'm just here. I want what's right for the community. And you asked about voting. I think people in general in Chicago are just tired of Kim Fox. Tired. I'm very disgusted with it, as you can tell. But she's just not doing the job.
Who are you voting for on November 3rd?
When I get in that vote, that's my business. But I'm leaning toward Pat O'Brien. Anything else? Thank you.
Just want to say one last thing. Mr. Pat O'Brien is very well qualified. He's a retired judge. He had, I believe, 700 states attorneys working under him. He's got experience with the criminal justice system, the court system, everything. So I believe that we need change, and I think this is a pivotal move, and I think that we need synergy now. We need everybody to come together, and we need to make change, and we need justice for John Pina and for everybody else who's been murdered in all these cold cases, not only throughout the city of Chicago, but throughout the county. Thank you.